Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And yeah, we knew the army weren't in great shape and knew they weren't doing the right thing when it came to the lockdown. So many examples of that, including people being murdered. But the Parliamentary Portfolio Committee on Defence and Military Veterans has raised alarms about the deterioration abilities of the South African National Defence Force. Why are we surprised? In a presentation on Wednesday, the 27th of May, the committee said that it is concerned that the Defence Force is fast losing its capabilities owing to successive budget cuts. The committee said this had a resultant knock-on effect on the entire defence industry. Chairperson of the committee, Cyril Xaba, said, "With the Defence Force in a state of decline, the country is losing its sovereign capability, something that will take many years to rebuild." Xaba said that the committee will in the next few weeks have in-depth discussions with the department on these challenges to save the Defence Force from collapse. Well, maybe that's the best thing that can happen. Because let's face it, South Africa is a gangster state. Regardless, the Department of Defence's presentation to Parliament states that the Defence Force is in a critical state of decline, which is characterised by force imbalance, unaffordability of its main operating systems, and an inability to meet current standing defence commitments. Left unchecked and at present funding levels, this decline will severely compromise and further fragment South African defence capability, it said. Chief among these concerns are consistent budget cuts, as well as the capping of the compensation of employees ceiling below the force's existing strength. This has led to a direct decline in historic actual strength, it said. Let's have a look at that. As you can see, from what was once the best army on the continent, is probably now one of the weakest. The Department of Defence presentation also indicated that the country's defence industry has suffered in recent years. The major defence contractor at this stage is Denel, with almost 80% of orders coming from the South African National Defence Force, it said. And that's why Denel's in so much trouble, just like every other state-owned enterprise. It cited specific problems with the closure of the Special Defence Account, which it said will have serious impacts on the local defence industry, including the available skill set. It went on to say, in situations of war or external aggression, South Africa will not have a defence-related industry of its own for arms manufacturing and modernisation. Partly our sovereignty is at risk of being eroded due to future reliance on foreign defence industries, also known as China. When looking at areas such as training, technology and equipment, the Department of Defence indicated that there were a few bright spots. Some of the biggest challenges highlighted include: the department said there had been a decline in the ability to maintain and sustain military processes and activities, especially pertaining to military-specific commodities and equipment. Notably, stock levels are inadequate to support current defence commitments. The decline in budget significantly inhibits the ability of the SANDF to provide effective training for individuals. Well, we've seen that, haven't we, during this lockdown? What an incredible circus that is. Single service and joint domains. As a result, training has been significantly reduced. The department said the military capabilities are not prepared at the required level of combat readiness, leading to the inability to execute the expected range of operations. The department said the maintenance backlog will continue with consequent loss of industry expertise and PME unless funding is made available. It warned that a lack of maintenance may also lead to a collapse in PME. Now, Let's face it, South Africa is in no position to spend money on a defense force. It is in absolute economic chaos. The underfunding of facilities has resulted in the degradation of the department's property portfolio. This has had an extreme impact on combat readiness. The Department of Defense said its current enterprise architecture is not coherent, fit for purpose, and compatible with modern information systems. It therefore does not provide sufficient real-time management information for decision-making and compliance to governance requirements. Defense ICT systems are largely legacy systems, becoming increasingly unstable and vulnerable to cyber threats. It concluded by saying essential components of the enterprise system suffer downtime, resulting in non-compliance with a number of audit and accounting requirements. The department also cited concerns with technology, including concerns around a lack of modernity, the loss of intellectual property, and the fact that sovereign technology can no longer be guaranteed. Now, I heard it from a very, very well-informed source that the logistical capability of the Department of Defense, or the Army, is just 3,000 soldiers. Yeah, you heard me right, 3,000 soldiers. That's the limit right now of their logistics capability. Wow. I think Zimbabwe could invade South Africa and win. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video, please share this video, and above all, please stay safe.